Hello students, today we'll see single source shortest paths algorithm, Dijkstra's algorithm. What actually is a single source shortest path? Single source shortest path problem asks for a family of a path, each leading from source to a different vertices or different vertex in a graph. Through some paths, many of courses have edges in common. Dijkstra's algorithm finds the shortest paths in a graph vertices in order of their distance from a given source. First, it finds the shortest path from source to vertex nearest to it, then to the second nearest, and so on. In general, before its ith iteration commences, the algorithm has already identified the shortest path to I minus 1 other vertices nearest to the source. These vertices, the source or at the edges of the shortest path, leading them from the source form a subtree Ti of the given graph. So what it is going to do in Dijkstra's algorithm is starts with a single source with one of the source vertex as a source vertex, and then it searches the nearest vertex to that source vertex. Then it goes to the next vertex which is nearest. Along its path, it will go on adding the vertices to the graph in the subtree in such a way that which has the shortest path from one vertex to the another vertex. So here we'll see one problem based on this Dijkstra's concept, Dijkstra's algorithm. See here, using it's a greedy method Dijkstra's algorithm. This has been asked three times, recently three times in three of the BTU question papers. The marks variation is there. Once it was asked for 7 marks, 6 marks, and 8 marks. So now we'll see this problem now. Using greedy method Dijkstra's algorithm, trace the following graph to get the shortest path from vertex A to all other vertices. So here we need to consider A vertex as a initial vertex or a starting vertex. So here the best way to analyze this one is whichever the vertex we are selecting, that first we need to write a selected vertex, and from that vertex to all other vertices, distance towards all other vertices, and then we'll trace it, show it whichever path is selected in a graph. So as in the given example, he says the initial vertex is a vertex A has to be considered as the initial vertex. So we'll start with the vertex A. Then from A, remaining vertices are B, C, D, E. Then we have to check from A to all the vertices what is the distance. Start with the vertex A. Initially, we don't know, we have not seen which is the shortest distance. So we'll check. From A to B, there is a direct edge with a cost on that vertex as 3. So we'll write it as B of A comma 3. A to B, there is a path with a distance 3. Then next comes, check the next vertex. C, whether we have a direct edge from A to C, there is no direct edge. If there is no direct edge, then we have to mark it as infinity. The distance to be marked as infinity. Then go to the next vertex D. When we consider the vertex D, there is a path from vertex A to D with a distance 7, with a cost 7. So here the next from A to E, there is no path, direct path from A to E. So we'll mark it as infinity. If there is a direct path, then whatever is the distance on that path will be marked. If there is no, if there is a path, then whatever is the distance is marked. If there is no path, then we are going to mark it as infinity from that particular vertex to the vertex whichever we are considering. Now if we see from A, we have started with the vertex A. We have B, C, D, E are the other vertices, and from A to B there is a direct edge. So we have taken the distance as 3. Distance given is 3. So A to B the distance is 3. As there is no direct edge from A to C, we are marking it as, we are considering it as infinity. Then A to D there is a direct edge with a cost with the cost 7, with the distance as 7. Then from D to E there is from A to E there is no direct edge, so we'll mark it as an infinity. Then among these, whichever is the least, that has to be considered. So start with one vertex, then we should go on adding the next vertices. So which vertex we are going to add? The vertex with the least distance will be added. So the least distance is 3, that will be added. So B, A to B, 3 is that is added. So this edge is considered A to B vertex is considered, and the edge from A to B is considered with the distance 3. Now in the next step, we have started with vertex A. Now in the next step, we are going to consider the vertex B. Now we will consider the vertex B. Go to the vertex B. After consider from B, we have direct edges to A, C, D. Already it is considered, right? A is already considered. Now we have to consider C and D. See, to reach to C, starting from the start vertex, what we need to do? We need to add this distance plus this distance. So what is the distance from here to here? A to B, it is 3. B to C, it is 4. So when we are considering the distance from B to C, whatever the distance from A to B also has to be added up. That's why we write here. You can check here. From B to C we are considering. So B to C. So A to B it is 3. The distance is 3. A to B is 3 and B to C is 4. So we'll write it as 3 plus 4. It is 7. So here you can see it. 3 plus 4. D, then we'll check whether there is a direct edge from B to D. Yes, there is a direct edge from B to D. What we have to do here, as I said in the recently while adding the vertex C, as I said, here to reach to B, there is a distance 3 from A to B, there is 3, then B to D. Because starting from one vertex, we are going to reach to the other vertices. So always we need to add the cost, whatever distance, whatever we have covered in previously. So that's why here also in this step, to reach to D from B, we have A to B is 3, B to D is 2. So minimum, see here 2 are there, 2 ways are there. From A also I can reach to D, or from A to, because already we have considered the vertex A also I can reach to D, even from B also we can reach to D. Among this, the minimum has to be considered. That is, we have a relaxation here. According to the relaxation procedure, what it says, consider these two. Among this, whichever is the minimum, that has to be considered. So A to B 3, 3 plus 2 is 5 to reach to D. If I go directly from A to D, the distance is 7. So which is best, because we are going to consider the minimum distance. So it is going to be A to B and B to D. Check here. We'll check here. So B to C is done. Then B to D will come. B to D, A to B is 3. B to D is 2. 3 plus 2 it is considered. Then from B, I don't have a direct edge to E. So we'll mark it as infinity. Now you can check here. B to C is 7. B to D is 5. And because B to E there is no direct edge, so we are marking it as an infinity. Among these two, 4 plus 3 is 7. 3 plus 2 is 5, which is minimum. This is a minimum distance. So we'll consider this one. Means in the next step, we are going to consider the vertex D. In the first step, we have considered A. The next step, we have considered B. Now, in the next, we got the shortest distance as B to D. B to D. In this step, we'll consider the vertex D. When we consider, again, when we consider the vertex D, which one we have considered? This one. D. B to D, the 5 is that has to be considered. So B to D, the distance is 5. So 5 is considered. Then from D, I can reach to C. Even I can reach to E. See, to C, I can reach from this way also. 3 plus 4 is 7. Even I can reach from this way also. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 2 are there now. Among these, again, as I said in the previous step, according to the relaxation option procedure. So because already we are reached to B, I can go from here to C, or even I can come from B to D, D to C. But as according to a single source shortest path algorithm, minimum distance has to be considered. So what I'll do, how I'll reach to C is not from B to D, D to C, but instead of that, what I'll do, I'll reach from B to C. So that is because 3 plus 4 is 7. This way if we come, it is 3 plus 4 is 7. If I go by this way, this route, that is 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. So which is the minimum here? 3 plus 4 is 7. So we'll write it as C. I'll go from B. If I want to go to C, what I'll do, I'll go from C. I'll go from B, not from B to D, D to C. Just I'll go from B to C. That's why we have written here C, B to C, the distance is 7, comma. from D, can I reach to E? Yes, I can reach to E. There are different paths are there to reach to E. So how I can reach? From 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. This takes this, if I choose this path, it is 13 kilometers. Assume that it is 13 kilometers. If I take this path, because this path is not selected, A to B is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Either I can choose this path or I can choose this path, because to reach to D, this is the shortest distance. Why I'll consider this one. So we have to consider 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 4, it is 9. But if I go by this way, 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. So which is less? 9 is less. So we'll write it as how I'll go to E. From A, I'll go to B. From B, I'll go to D. D, I'll go to E. So that's why we'll write it as to reach to E from D, it is 5, but already it is there. Here it is to reach to B, it is 5 is there. So 5 plus this distance is 4. 5 plus 4, it is going to be 9. Here it is 9 and here it is 7. So which is the least among minimum among this? This is the minimum. So vertex C is considered. Next, from A to B is there, B to D is there. Again, to reach, how we are reached to C? How we are reached to C? From B we are reached. So consider this vertex. Then B to C will be selected. This path will be selected. Then next, you are in the vertex C. The left out vertex are remaining vertex is only E. What all ways are there to reach to E? From here, I can go 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4 plus 6, 13. Then if I go this way, 3 plus 2 plus 4. What is 9? 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So which is least here? Again, among these two, 9 is going to be least. So we are going to consider the vertex D. From D, I'll be reaching to E. What already we have up to reach to D, already the distance is 5. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So from I can reach to E from D, the distance as 9 kilometers. So assume that it has 9. So 9 kilometers. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So we got it as 9. So now the vertex E is also selected. So to reach to C, I'll go from A to B, B to C. To reach to D, I'll go from A to B, B to D. To reach to the vertex C, I'll be going from A to B, B to D, D to E. Because in this single stroke shortest path, starting from a start vertex, we have to reach to all other vertices with a minimum distance. So according to that, this is how we are going to reach to all other vertices. Thus, we have obtained all the shortest path from all other vertices, from all other remaining. That is, starting from A vertices, all other vertices, we have seen the shortest distance. So, what is the path length from A to B? A to B path length is 3. A to C, it is A to B, B to C. See here. A to B, the path length is 3. The A to C, it is path length is 7. Means whatever is the cost, whatever the distance is there, that will write. A to B, B to C, it is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. Then next comes D, A to D. How did we reach to D? We are reached D. We are reached to D from A to B, B to D. A to B, B to D. That is 3 plus 2 is 5. Then what is the path length here for the vertex E? That is A to B, B to D, D to E. That is 5 plus 4, 9. That is A to B, B to D, D to E. The path length is 9. Thus, we have obtained all the shortest path from vertex A to all other vertices. Thank you.